Okay, so we're here at KSWB, better known as Fox 5 San Diego, and we are joined by Jill Chandler. Jill is the assignment editor here at the station in the newsroom. She is the first gate, if you will, for information coming into the newsroom, and from there she decides what she's going to present to the producer, what's not going to be presented to the producer as news, as possible content for the newscast. So Jill, in terms of what we're studying in our class, you're a gatekeeper. Can you tell me, in your perspective, what is news?
News changes every single day. It's what happens day of. You walk in the morning and your whole day could change. You set up the day before, but that whole process can change in 5 minutes. With the wildfires, with a tank that's driving down regular streets running over cars, which I worked on, which was a rather crazy day. So what is news is a rather broad question. It's whatever happens during the day. I mean, from regular basic things to fires, murders, shootings, which we cover every day. But then you could have a heartwarming story of someone who calls in and tells you a story that, you know, how they recycle water, or a puppy they saved, or someone that needs surgery. And if that's something we can cover that day, then that's something we can cover that day. But what is news is a rather broad question to answer.
I know that you've most likely heard the term gatekeeper before. Do you consider yourself, do you ever think to yourself, I'm controlling the gate, I'm the one who's deciding what San Diego is going to know about and care about?
Not really. I think of myself as a part of a team, and I'm helping our producers and our reporters and our crews to know what's happening out there. And I've had a little more time than they would to research what the story is and what I think about the story. And when I present that in our morning meetings or our afternoon meetings, then we all decide together what to cover. But it's a pretty important job, and you have to do a lot of research and know a lot of people and have an awful lot of contacts to get the inside part of the story, so you know whether or not you should cover it or not.
You have to be contacted a lot by public relations firms and institutions wanting to get their story on the air. What helps them and what hurts them in their pitch, in your opinion?
Okay, if I'm speaking directly to someone who's a public relations major right now, I get the worst press releases sent into our newsroom. I want 1 or 2 sentences explaining what the event is. If you give me a 3-paragraph news release, I'm not even going to read it. Give me 2 sentences telling me exactly what it is. Most press releases do not tell me a time, do not tell me how long an event is, do not give me a contact phone number. If they give me a contact phone number, it's an office number, not a cell phone number on that day. There's a lot of pet peeves with me with press releases. So be as basic as possible and give me the most basic information. And when we get to the scene, then we can gather more information. But the less information, the better. And then call us the day of to see if we're going to the news conference. Don't call me 5 days before to see if I'm going to go, because you're not going to get an answer yes or no. You're going to get a call me the day of.
How much does it help if somebody sends video and sound bites with that press release?
Depends on what it is. We use a lot, we call divids, which is military uses that a lot, and that's a big help for us because Camp Pendleton, Miramar, it's kind of a hassle to cover things there because you have to be there for 3 to 4 hours to get 20 minutes of video. So military, it's great. PR, if you hire a good photographer and it's HD video and it's something of quality that we can air, we appreciate that and we'll use it, especially on the weekends. If it's a walk or a run, it's at 7 a.m. I don't have a crew to bring in at that time. That's very helpful. You know,
the gates that we're talking about for information, you know, scanners, press releases are coming to you, people are calling in. Would you consider watching the competition and watching their websites also one of those gates?
Yeah, definitely. We all watch each other, and an example, if you want to test it, you'll see something on someone's 5 o'clock news, and then at 10 o'clock you're going to see that story on other stations. So we all watch each other. We all take things from each other. Information-wise, and we gather our own information, but we definitely, monitoring the competition, you'd be silly not to.
Jill, thank you very much for taking
You're
time to
welcome.
talk to us. I appreciate it. And so I will toss it back to me in the classroom.